Hey there, everyone. It's Steve Gruber from Venture Accelerator Partners. And today I'd like to do a little video for you on handling objections. So I think since the beginning of time, or since everyone's done sales, there's been, objections to those sales. So I can only imagine, you're walking up to a fire and someone's got some wood. They're like, yeah, I've got some wood for this fire if you want it. And the people are like, we only take hardwood here. And so then you have to deal with that objection. But today, what I'd like to do is discuss, some of the objections that we have come up for us, some of the ones that happens for our clients and how we handle them, and then just some, general tips on how to manage objections as they come up. So for us, we have a couple core ones that we see. One is, and granted, we're in the part-time sales business. So it's, we're hiring full-time, we don't really need part-time help. And the honest answer is, if someone says that to us, is we say, great. If you can afford to hire a full-time person, then please do. Now, however, the benefits of having a part-time service like ours is that, all the pain associated with the sale is taken care of by us. So the management, the infrastructure, the sales strategy. So, if you're going to hire full-time, you have to provide all those yourself. If you don't have those capacities or that skill set, then maybe something that we do is a better fit. The other one that comes up often is we're low on budget. Can you do 100% commissions? And, we often just tell people, hey, listen, thanks for that offer. However, we're not in the business of financing other people's businesses. And, the B2B sales process takes 6 to 18 months. And we're not taking any equity here. And so, just not a good fit for us. Now, moving on to some of our clients. So we have one client called Asset Flow. They do an asset tracking solution. And their biggest objection is, we're already using something. So prospects will say, listen, we already have a couple systems or solution in place. And so what we'll do here is, we just say simply, well, maybe you want to consider something else. We have a better price and more features. We have another client called Borum. They're a Canadian wind energy provider. They do micro wind generation turbines. And oftentimes the objection there is, wind is really costly. And then we sort of step back and say, well, if you're doing other renewables like solar, it might be a little more expensive, but let's not talk about cost so much. Let's talk about the ROI, or the return on investment. So if you're getting more energy production and you're, offsetting more grid energy, this could be a better fit. So it's not necessarily about cost. It's about return on investment. And then just some general tips. So I would say always practice your objection handling. We do that as a team here for our own stuff and for our clients. Have a list. And then as objections come up, add to that list, like evolves. And practice that. Obviously a big objection for all of us is always price. So discuss that early in a conversation. The other one is oftentimes you may not understand an objection, so dig further into it, right? Like, don't just acknowledge it, probe a little further. Maybe there's an opportunity there that you haven't seen or it hasn't been explored. I think the other thing too is like recognize that over time, objections can change. So we have one client who's like, listen, we're not looking, we're not considering these sort of products right now as part of our design efforts. And then, 6 or 8 months later, when we call back, they're like, oh yeah, like, listen, we've got these new store designs. And I think this might be a nice fit. So, that also says, stay in touch with people over time too. And then I think the last piece here and last tip I have, if after a conversation with a prospect, your solution is really not a good fit, just admit it. Like, don't press. If you truly believe in your heart, based on what the client said, that you're not going to meet their expectations, bow out now. And I think just being honest about that is a great business tip. Well, thank you very much for your time today. I hope that was helpful, and happy hunting with your sales, and best of luck. Thanks.